Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back once again here in Virtual Sailor with the beautiful Disney Wonder. So we are pulling ourselves close to, I guess I should say, we are getting closer to Ensenada. We're about 34 minutes away. So super excited about that. Really? You're going to take that long to put up the panel here? We got beautiful seas, traveling on a beautiful 12 knots right now. Just kind of enjoying and kind of taking it all in as we start pulling in a couple land masses here. You can see Mexico over there. And as you can see, it'll be about 7 before we head into the harbor. We'll make a maneuver and we're actually going to be docking right here facing the town. It's going to be a beautiful day. But yeah, at this point, I'm going to see you guys as we get there, but I wanted to say good morning. Welcome to departure day at sea, Cabo San Lucas, day at sea. Welcome to day 5 of your 5-day cruise. Unfortunately, this is the last day that you'll have, let's make it count, here with the beautiful Disney Wonder. We'll see you guys in a sec. All right, as you can see, Ensenada's right here off of our bow. You actually get into the port in between this lighthouse and this buoy pole here. We'll end up turning and bringing ourselves in and going past the little container port that's here and turning right in to face the city. Still about 10 minutes until we make that turn, but I figured I'd pop back in with you guys. It's going to be a beautiful day. We have beautiful seas, beautiful weather. Should be no problem getting into the port. What's really nice about this port is because it does have such a seawall. We do have rough water. If we're able to get in, it really does protect well, kind of just like Nassau. So, Disney Wonder on approach to Ensenada. All right, we're making our way a little bit closer. We're actually getting a little bit off towards... Man, my words are so bad today. Why are they so bad today? I don't know, Ezzy. Why are they so bad? Ezzy's here too. But we are getting ready to make our port side turn into the harbor. Going a little bit starboard just for a little bit better of a swing into place. I will say this range sonar is actually rather good. So, always good to have this at the ready. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down Shift and press A. That's going to turn off our autopilot. You see it right there. And now I have control of the vessel. We're going to still stay here at 12 knots as we approach the port opening. We'll be taking a left-handed turn here shortly. I should say port, but again, left. As we start to turn this ship, I want it actually a little bit less. Want it a little bit smoother of a ride. Very excited after this trip. We have a great surprise for you guys coming. Super, super excited for it. It's going to blow your mind because it blew my mind. If you're a fan of this series. If you're not a fan of this series, not for you. Move on to the next thing. Thank you for stopping by. Just getting the next go ready for us. Still keeping about 12 knots. We can dip down a little bit. That's fine by me. Let's continue our left turn into port. Again, I like to take control as we get closer. I like to be in control of the vessel. If we have some really, really rough seas, I'll reevaluate and I'll have autopilot pretty much bring us to here or before. The pilot would probably get on about a mile or 2 out. So, really, especially once the pilot's on, there would be no reason to be on autopilot anymore because we have a guide with us. So, watching our sonar radar here. Just going to judge by that and judge here. It is a kind of a tight squeeze in. That is one thing that I will say for sure. So keep watching this. That's looking good. Luckily, the weather's not horrible. We did have a trip here a couple weeks ago where, because of the way that the wind was, we actually had to turn ourselves around, facing out, pretty much using the wind as a sail. Not fun. That was not a fun adventure to be had for sure. A little news here. We will be whoa. This is the map. Okay. That's unfortunate. If I change view, will it come back? Outside, maybe? Well, that's a new one. We're going without our map. I haven't had to do that before. Well, that's awkward. That's all I can say is that's rough. All right, so we're going to be using a mixture of this one and that one. So what I was trying to say is I was planning for us to be docked around, gosh, I can't even see it. So I guess what's even the point? I don't know why I did that. That's actually very bizarre. We had a crash and this happened. I'd like to know. I run this on a laptop and it runs perfectly fine. I'm wondering if it has to do with all of the frame rate that I'm taking to have the waves. Because watch, ready? Graphics. Actually, let's be smart about this. Let's not lose everything we put in just because I want to change this. So, that's not how you spell Disney. Also, I do the 01 so it stays at the top of the list. So if I go in here and go to graphics and I can't change that. It's very odd. This seems really broken, which is a little unfortunate, to be honest. I can't adjust anything. Popping out. Because it definitely seems like waves have turned off, but they think that they're still on. We're definitely not showing our tide. Huh. Well, once we get ourselves moored, we will be definitely taking care of that. We're going to start this tight port side turn. Yeah, how bizarre. Oh, well, our map's back. So that's a win. What about graphics? Show arrays, show plants. You're happy now. Wind driven. Show waves. Don't show waves. Weird. You turned it off. Huh. Well, for now, I'm going to turn it off, because if I can't get displacement, that's what I really want. How strange. But either way, welcome to Ensenada, everybody. We're going to be coming in about 10 knots. I'm going to bring it down just a bit. Somewhere between 8 and 10 is usually how I will enter a port, unless it's specifically notated somewhere. Again, some of this stuff is actually rather hard to find. And, like, Miami, you got to be under a wake, so that's 5 to 8, but it depends on your draft, and there's so much that needs to go into it. So that's what I'm going with. This is 100% accurate, maybe not, but it is there. Watching this wall here because of course we are making that sweeping left turn. I want to get what's going to feel like getting rather close to this terminal because there's nobody here. Going to shoot through, and we are going to actually be parking right on the other side of that pier. So really it's just keeping an eye over here, making sure that it still looks beautiful. Plenty of room as we start getting ourselves ready to dock here at Ensenada to complete this 5-day cruise. So it's interesting, we've got this 5-day cruise, we've got a 4-day, a 3-day, and then a special 7-day. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to show you because there is going to be a special episode that's going to be coming out, probably a special series, if we switch it up a little bit, but bigger. I can't wait to do that 7-day cruise with you guys. And in a little while, in about a month or so, we will end up going from San Diego to Vancouver and starting our season up in Alaska. So I'm very, very excited about that. Look at this, the towering shadow over there. That's just so good. Sorry, my words are off this evening. I have been busting my butt all week, and it is 10:15 at night while Danielle is still out babysitting, so I figured good time to come in and actually record a video. Still just about there. And straighten her out. Gonna bring that speed up just a little bit more, just to get into a good spot. But yeah, it should be a good time. I've been having a really good time at work, been having a really good time here with you guys, so hopefully you're enjoying this series as much as I am. And we get to keep on making these videos for months and months to come. Alright, we're going to sail a little bit in this direction. I'll probably pop us back in as we get ready to make our slow and steady turn with our bow thruster into this docking position. So, I'll see you guys in a bit because I need to keep it going in real time. And we'll dock the beautiful Disney Wonder here in Ensenada. Alright, we are getting ready to make our turn here. We're going to be docking right alongside here, so a little bit sharper, bring it down on the speed. I will say this is very much a video game, arcade-esque feeling versus a simulator. I can stop this ship from full speed to stop in like less than a tenth of a mile. So you really got to kind of take that into account when you're doing a lot of these turns and a lot of working with the speed if you want to keep that simulation kind of feel. I'm also going to introduce just a smidge of the bow thruster to help swing us around. I know it's not super common while we're moving at this speed to use it, but if I was to crank this wheel all the way over, you would know. Believe me on that one, you would know. Let's actually do it. I think we're actually going a little bit slower, so it should be fine, but really, we'd get such a dramatic tilt that it'd be a horrible view. Horrible, horrible view. I'm assuming the Disney Wonder probably comes a little bit closer and just swings in. But, you know, this is what we got. Once in a while, we've actually docked here. When we try to go through some of these ports, I try to actually see who's also going to be in that day to make it feel at least a little bit more, you know, this is where they told us that we were going to be docked for today. We'll actually just put it on throttle for 1. This is going to be great. Turn is still going well. Thruster's still going. Just to push that bow a little bit further over. Very, very interesting. I've always wanted to play with physics and see if we could get it a little bit better. But unfortunately, it doesn't take a lot to break the game. So, there is that. Alright. Thrusters off for now. Again, that sound is just horrible. You actually can take that sound out if you choose. I'm thinking about it, to be honest. That's a very obnoxious sound. Alright, we're pulling up to the dock here. Looking pretty good. I'm actually going to bring us over just a little bit more. Bring that speed actually to neutral, more or less, and let us kind of drift into place. I actually want to approach the dock more at 5 or less as we get closer and closer and closer. We're going to want that to be less and less. So I'm just going to kick us over here just a little bit. I'm going to start swinging the rear over while we're still going here. once that starts to do it, I'm also going to do a little bit less on the front because the bow thrusters are so much more powerful than the stern ones. So I'm going to start creeping towards the dock. 3 knots. 3.5 sounds actually rather swell, to be honest. This one also takes kind of a guessing game of how far you'd like to go. I have kind of found myself, if I can look out this window and see the corner of the pier here, it's usually a pretty good mooring position. So I'm going to take off the bow thruster. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. So bringing it down 2 knots now. That looks almost even with the dock. 34 there, and start bringing us closer to 0. And now we will pull ourselves sideways, kind of constantly fluctuating with that bow thruster as we get ourselves ready to dock here in Ensenada. Just to stop that sound for a sec. I'll go the other way because, again, we drift so much that I don't want to just completely crash into the pier. Just a light tap should do it. We are moored. I'm actually going to kick us over just a little bit just so that we don't clip through the pier itself. Again, Ensenada is one of the places that has a solid pier, which is great. Right there. Beautiful. Docked and have all 4 lines down. And it's a 7:30 in the morning for an 8 o'clock entrance. So that was great. Actually felt really good. Let's pop on out. Let's see how we did. Yeah, I'm actually very happy with that. You can see where we're starting to clip in to the bags just a bit there. But again, that's actually a pretty good docking position, to be honest. We didn't have to worry about where it starts to go to the tip of the bow and the corner. So overall, very, very happy. You know what we got to do, though? You know what we got to do.
This is the duty officer speaking from the bridge. We'll be sounding our ship's horn from the forward funnel. For those of you on the open decks at this time, you may want to cover your ears. Again, we'll be sounding our ship's horn from the forward funnel. And for those of you that are on the open decks at this time, you may want to cover your ears. Thank you for your attention.
Now, a lot of people would say, you wouldn't do that at 7:30 in the morning. That's not true. A lot of the cruises that I've been to, usually places that they haven't been before, they will actually play the horn regardless of how early it is in the morning. In Hawaii, 6:30. Grand old time. But we are here, we are docked, and everybody's going to be able to enjoy their day. So, that's all that I got for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, we do try to get a video out here on the channel every single day, and we really do appreciate your continued support, and I hope that you guys are enjoying this Disney Cruise Line series as much as I am. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.